The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
Any y'all have a just totally rock star day? I know a bunch of us did in the Discord. One of our guys, he broke a record. He added another comma to his portfolio. It ain't nothing like that. Congratulations, shout out to him. It's a big step. I think he hit 20% gains today. Do you realize how crazy that is? In one day. In one day. Can you believe it? Just like I thought, we got some more announcements, and I was going to do another live one, but you know what? I had to regroup. I had to do a little research on these to just try to get organized before I even put this together. Ate dinner, good to go. Jumping in, Green Vision Acquisition Corp. This came out. They announced a merger agreement with Hellbiz. Hellbiz? You heard of this company? Can you think of a worse name for a mobility company? Hellbiz? Is it in another language? Am I saying it totally wrong? Is it Elbiz? I don't know. Right away though, I was like, that name is so bad. Reminds me of there's some Asian restaurant chains in central west coast of the United States. It's called Payway. Pee-wee? Asian restaurant? I don't know. You gotta cross-reference your name globally, I think. What does it mean in another country? How does it sound like to them? Does it sound real funky? So you might be looking to change it. Anyways, Hellbiz. What do we got? We got electric scooters. The razor looking ones. We got little sit down ones, and then we got little bikes. Ticker they're merging with is Green Vision, GRNV. I think this is kind of a cool play. If we didn't have all the other plays coming out right now, I probably would have jumped in this one, but I'm just getting picky, which I'm totally cool with. If we're at one of the best points ever for SPACs, will go down in history. Just watch. And it was so good. People are going to say that we got to get picky, man. There was like this Hellbiz came out and people weren't even buying it. A lot of people did buy this, but I didn't. I was like, dude, I'm just going to keep my money in the EVT oil stuff for now. And Lucid and all the other ones I'm in, man. I like this one a lot, though. I do. I think that I would love to own all three of these. Maybe not the sit-down one. It's just a little bit too cheese sauce for me. But, I'll take, like, the bike thing to, zip around in this little scooter. I'm sure it's pretty cool. It even looks like it's got some shocks with it. What is this, though? I don't think you can buy these. I don't even know. I think you just rent them in big cities. Why? Because they're showing here, they've got a fake-looking iPhone thing, just like that electronic vehicle charger we were talking about earlier. And then they got the scooter like attached to it, and they're calling that the advertising. So you can put an ad there for solar, for your solar company. Y'all want solar? You're gonna get pitched when you're walking by, and then you can rent the scooter at that station. So they're making money renting the scooters, but then they're also making money doing advertisement through cities. What movie was that? Was it a Minority Report I'm thinking of, maybe? Where it was Tom Cruise and like it was totally in the future, but I remember that like he was walking down this alley, like it was like New York-ish looking. It was all dark, but there was so much advertisement everywhere. Like on every wall there was advertisement, like trying to sell stuff. It's kind of like in an airport nowadays, where it's just like constant, just ding, 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 ding. To me, it's just too much, dude. It's just way too much. Whatever though, it's got to happen. If this is for business, I get it. They want to make money doing advertising, and they're also doing the ESG at the same time. Fine, but me, I just look at these things and I'm like, if I wanted to ride one, why wouldn't I just buy one? You can get a decent commuter bike like this for like $2,000. These mopeds probably $2,000 to $5,000, and this thing maybe $1,500 or something. You could probably get a decent electric one. But then it's like, well, why would you buy one when you can just rent one for $29.99 a month? I get it. Like on school campuses and stuff, it just kind of makes sense. But I'm just one of those guys. It's like, when I had a skateboard or whatever, or a snowboard, no one's touching it. That's mine, I don't know, just call me crazy. I just know if I had one of these, I'd put my own stickers on it. Every scar that was on it, I thought I earned it. Maybe I'm just coming from a different area. Am I sounding like a total grandpa right now? Actually, I do like this play. I guess if you're going like vacation to a different city and you want to, take one of these instead of taking a cab. I could see that. Like, yeah, like if I were to go to downtown New York or something, I would much rather take rent one of these and rip this thing around town than probably a cab. So I can see that, but I'm just not one of those big city types anyway. So maybe this play just isn't for me. Maybe I just won't get it. What it's showing here, though, is they're comparing themselves, I believe, to like taking a train, an actual journey right from within your connected ecosystem. Hellbiz provides an easy, inexpensive, and eco-friendly transportation option with a proprietary ecosystem of vehicles to be integrated with public transportation. Hellbiz prioritizes intermodal access. What does that mean? Riders can reserve vehicles in advance, and there will always be a vehicle ready when they arrive at the station. But you know, like they can't afford to have people check on these all the time. What if you get it and there's no last dude got a flat tire? Something like that. That's what I think about. He bent the frame. I don't know. Snapped the brake line. I just think about those things. I'm an over-prepared type of dude, though. And I also want to know, what is this? Is this train theirs too or not? I don't think it is. I think it's just saying that it's going to coincide with like solar-powered trains. Maybe they'll have something on the side or in front that'll mount these, and you can just grab one right off the train when you stop. They're the number one operator, market leader, and first mover in Italy. Okay, this does make sense. It's over in Italy. I could totally see it. If you're in Italy, I could see myself renting one of these and trying to go to those little coffee shops if I was going to go there. Even though it's not my thing either. I guess this is maybe what I'd want to. You know what? No. If I was in Italy, I'd want like an old car. Or a real Italian sports car. Something like that. That'd be me. Regardless, still be kind of fun around the beach maybe. 60% of all Italian city tenders offered, they won. Okay, so they're getting city contracts. That's cool. 65% tender offer success rate in the United States. All right, so they're in Italy and the United States. So 26% of all people between 1849 in key markets have our app installed. That is crazy to me. Of all people, so they're saying 26% of people in bigger cities have their app installed. Am I just living under a rock? Have you guys heard of this in America? This is very hard for me to believe. 26% of all people between 18 and 49. Any 40-year-olds out there that have this? I don't know. I don't know about that. Established market leader, well-known brand. All right, well, that's cool. And you're going to get people coming back. It's the monthly subscription thing that works well for a lot of people. I'm sure the team's great. There was another one we were saying it's probably going to be Soak, and that was Lime. They just do, I think, it's basically the same thing, actually. They've got little scooters, little bikes. Oh, this dude's from Rothschild and Company, Goldman Sachs, Airbnb. Great team. It looks like they're hooking up with campuses. I'm sure this will do fine. It's just, it doesn't go 200 miles an hour, I guess. Now if I want to invest something, it's got to be cooler. It's got to be like a new high-tech, like if it was a hoverboard or something, like a real actual hoverboard or like a real jetpack, something like that. That'd get me excited. I'd invest in that, but I don't know. I can still see this doing well. 100% powered by renewable energy partnership with Enel. Haven't heard of them. Have you? Social equality. All right. Through scooters. We don't care about valuations here. Micro-mobility in USA and Europe is expected to be a 300 to 450 billion market by 2030. So crazy. And that's why I think this will do good too. I mean, even stuff like, places in India too. Like little moped things are huge over there. That's where a lot of those a lot of their pre-orders are from places in India and stuff because they have a lot of like little micro cars and all that. I'm sure they could sell a ton of these over there. I'm sure do just fine. If I were to invest in this, I might park a little bit, like 3% maybe I could see in my portfolio, but personally, this one is, I'm just being picky. I'm not getting it. Comparing themselves to others, they're saying a little bit better. Not by far, but there's Bird out there. We could probably get that. Still get Lime. Here they're showing that Lime comparison. They've got the number one app ranked for downloads, where Lime is 4, Bird 7. See, what's funny is I've heard of Lime, I've heard of Bird. Maybe they have better penetration in the United States, but I've never ever heard of Hellbiz. Have you? 25% of you should, according to them. I don't know. Regardless, if you want to play this sector, it's probably the unicorn. If they're really the number one in the travel category. What about like taxi category? I don't know. Competitors, city fiber operators. So they're saying that they just got more places to drop these off and pick them up. Okay, it looks a little bit cooler in this picture. A little bit bigger. I'll zip one around. If I see one, if I'm ever driving somewhere, I'll zip it around. Anyone ever used these before, like in New York, or I don't know. They got software, of course. Something with Segway. What is it? Strong relationships and R&D manufacturing partners enable steady supply. They're throwing the brand name of Segway here. Does anyone know the amazing story of the brand of Segway and the people who own it and how they got it? Let the rest of the people know. It's really an interesting story. They didn't come out and 100% say it, but they're like kind of hinting that Segway makes them. If that's true, that's awesome. It looks like they're made out of solid aluminum, CNC cut, and pretty cool. You know, why don't they make like a really fast, cool version though? That's just what I think. Just looking at these, like, give us one with like fat tires and call it the Beast or something. They want to, oh my gosh, look at this. They're even going to put ads on the place where you put your foot. I can see that though, like, you know, Skechers or Vans, you know, they'll put an ad here, or Nike SB. Put your ad on our grip tape for only $50 a month, Nike. These big old ads. It's all coming. Location triggered ads. Oh, that too. Yeah, so they're doing that thing, like say you got a coffee shop here and you have these stations right outside your coffee shop. Might be a decent idea to advertise your coffee shop on all these ads. It's all that NFC and the 5G on your phone, you know, you're gonna walk by it. It's pretty interesting stuff. What percent are we getting here? It looks like we're good at 19%, which is a lot. 40,000 outstanding shares. This one could run pretty well. I could see this one ripping. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe on a red day I'll pick some up. I don't even know what this got to. Could someone help me out? I don't know. They're showing ride sharing pro forma valuation sustainable discount to its peers. They're even comparing, you know, advertising with Google and Pinterest, Facebook and stuff. I'm not even getting into that. There's a little bit too much out there. Licenses, vehicles, rides, gross profit. Cool. 3,700 vehicles permitted, 2 times larger permitted fleet than competitors in Washington, D.C. Man, maybe it's an East Coast thing for the United States. Looks like they've been around too on major publications and all that. That name though, man, am I just saying it right? Hellbiz. Italian? I don't know. Let's move on to the next one. How about electric truck maker Exos, in a deal to talk to go public? Of course, Mr. Roosters himself has saying that the U.S. electric vehicle maker Exos Trucks Inc. is in talks to go public through a merger with blank check acquisition company NextGen Acquisition Corp. NextGen, which could value it around $2 billion. Sure, why not? Gonna get some pipe up in there. Caution: negotiations could end with no agreement. So this is a Roosters rumor. At 110%. In NextGen share price gonna go up. Blah 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 blah. NextGen so-called SPAC. Yep. Led by Goldman Sachs ex-banker George Mattson. Be the latest truck company. Will this rip? That's all we care about. Will it rip? I just don't know anymore. There's so many of these companies. What is it? I can't play these. I forget because it's a Vimeo or whatever. But Google will literally rip this video down. But it's one of these companies we've seen now a bunch of times. I'm kind of over it myself. Are you? Or are you just going to buy them all? That's fine. It's like a wannabe workhorse type of company. So United States Postal Service, they take their vans in. These people take the guts out. They put their guts in it. It makes them electric. That's fine. I mean, that's cool. But is it cool? I don't know. I don't think it's... It looks like they have it. Yeah, they're on skateboard because there's a brand in it. That's good. True battery is modular. Sweet. Okay, so that's good because I don't think, I know, like Workhorse, they don't have their own batteries. I don't think anything is actually Workhorses at all. Let me know if I'm wrong, but last time we were snooping that facility, there was different brands of everything all around, which I don't really have a problem with, but it is good long-term to have branded everything. So this one could do fine. They have their own skateboard thing. It's all branded. They got their own batteries. Industry-leading proprietary battery. Sweet. This is one I don't think we've seen, though, is the Loomis people, the ones who take money from the banks and stuff. Make these electric. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, just imagine, though, just like one contract with one state. If there's some sort of Biden connection to Loomis Fargo, I think it's Loomis, the people who take the money. If one state made it where all the Loomis trucks had to go electric and this company had a contract with them that could only use them, just think about how much money that would bring in for these guys. It could be huge. UPS is using them. I mean, I don't see UPS or Amazon, any of those companies using just one, because as far as I know, none of them can keep up whatsoever with the demand that they want. But it's good to have another player in here. If you want to have a little mini ETF, yeah, you can throw this one in there. It might be fine, but again, I wouldn't, and I'm not personally backing up the truck on this. The one thing I do want to know about more is this right here. I have never seen the shell of this semi-truck before. This is still their logo. It looks like the cutout grill they're doing on all the rest of them. So I don't know if this is something they 100% made that cab. If they did 100% make that cab, this could be huge. If this is someone else's cab front and they're just doing the guts again, I'm not too excited about it. They still have their brand on the box, which is cool. They're branding it right. But I want to know about this. Is this their own brand? Does anyone know what brand this actually is here? Let me know. I like the website. I like the logo. The guys seem they're fine. It's just hard for me to get excited about these too much anymore. If they converted into an airplane or went 200 miles an hour, I'd be more excited. Well, they just don't. It's very second. Moving on, I got more news. How about Appgate? What is Appgate? To be valued at $1 billion in a Newton Lane merger. Cybersecurity provider Appgate, you heard of that? Has agreed to merge with Newton Lane Marketing Inc. I believe this is a Canadian SPAC. I don't know the ticker. Newton Lane. Type that in. You probably can't buy it on your broker. Most probably won't have it. It's probably going to be OTC. Publicly traded shell company. According to people with knowledge, it might not even be a SPAC. It's just a shell company. But this is something just to watch. Cybersecurity, it's one of those things that some of the techie dudes might get on it if we find out there's like a Microsoft invested in them or something like that. But other than that, sometimes they're just staled, and I don't know. This one's not my game either. Representatives for Miami-based Appgate and Newton Lane Marketing declined to comment. I just find that so weird. Why would a Miami-based cybersecurity company hook up with a Canadian OTC SPAC shell company? It's maybe not a SPAC. Appgate built a so-called Zero Trust Foundation and spun out of Kytera Technologies as customers, including the U.S. Department of Defense and Homeland Security. Okay, that's huge. But again, my question is, why are they going with the OTC? As well as a third bank corp, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, and SecureWorks Corp projected to deliver $40 million in revenue in 2021 and post a 50% compound annual growth rate 2025. That's not big numbers. Technically, it is. A 50% growth rate is big, but when we're talking only $40 million to start, 50% growth rate in 5 years, it's still not that much money. I don't think this one's going to do much. I think this one is probably too small. That's why it went OTC. There's something wrong with something, a company in the United States in Miami if they're going OTC. Still, Ledkey also had his hands in SPACs, and his recent vehicle struck deals with XL Fleet Corp, BARC, known for its subscription. What was this? Newton Lane Marketing counts Jonathan Ledkey, a co-owner of the National Hockey League's New York Islanders, as its president and controlling shareholder. Okay, so that could be why this guy is somehow tied up with Newton Lane. Unlike a special purpose acquisition company, a merger with a shell company presents the ability to avoid warrant dilution and can provide increased certainty of closing. How about that? Still, Ledkey is also okay. So Ledkey is in the middleman for this. That's why this is going through. But there's probably something really sketchy about the company. I don't care how cool Ledkey is. Who would go to an OTC if they had a choice? Buddy. Moving on from there. Crypto. Thank you, Mr. Tesla himself has been blessed. All-time high is like for everything. Dude, Bitcoin, it almost hit 46, or did it? It was like 46 or almost 47 earlier. It's ending the last hour 0.8% up. Last 24 hours up about 20% on Bitcoin. This is just the beginning. Called this out too. More people are joining. More people are going to join Mr. Road Paper himself, Mr. Elon Musk. This is like Apple, right? Other car companies, Lucid, all that, they're going to start accepting Bitcoin as payment. Just wait. This is still the groundish floor. I mean, it's not total ground floor, but it's getting ready for launch. I still don't think we're anywhere even close to being tapped out for crypto. Not even close. There was an article today we were reading about, I believe it was Dayton County, Florida. They are going to start accepting and holding their city funds in Bitcoin. That blew my mind. When cities are starting to take their cash and saying, we're not putting it in the bank, we're going to put it into Bitcoin, that is monster. Can you imagine if just one state, Florida alone, took all their money and put it into Bitcoin? And if Florida does it, I mean, someone else is going to do it, dude. Georgia. This is just the beginning of all these. If you still want exposure, there's still some crazy altcoins you can get in. You know, a lot of the ones that we're in, like Cardano, Polkadot here, they've already over 2x since my video a month ago. Basically, everything is 2x since then, at least. I think we're up way over that on some of these, but we have a lot of like minor plays and like mini minor plays for crypto, and I think that those still are going to multiply better than most of these too. You know, but as always, I think it's safe and probably the best bet is to get exposure a little bit here, a little bit there, right? If got a handful or 3 or 4 Polkadot, Cardano, Litecoin, I wouldn't touch Dogecoin unless it gets like super cheap again, maybe, but just no, man. Just stay out of the meme stocks. You know, Chainlink, Ethereum, of course, but again, like with Ethereum and Bitcoin, I don't know about getting in, dude. You're better off buying the miners. Remember, we have miners that directly do both. We've got a miner that mainly just does Ethereum. You know, and we've got one that does Cardano. Remember, we're buying 1 million shares. Everyone's jumping on buying 1 million shares of that. That was up like 36% or something today. Those plays still have a lot of room to run to even catch up here. So, I don't know. Anyone have exposure in every single stock that we talked about today? Are you the guy or the girl that has to have a piece of it all? Get greedy. Get greedy by being picky right now. If you feel like you are running out of cash, you just don't have enough cash to buy everything, fantastic. That is a great problem to have. That is a fantastic problem to have. Get picky. Get greedy with your money and where you park your soldiers. Just do it. We'll see all out there tomorrow. I'm hoping it's like 4 a.m. when only 2 or 3 are joining me with a live stream and we're out there making bank before everyone wakes up. You with me?
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.